Hi, this is Jonna with Bee's Knees, and today I am going to show you how to make this adorable personalized graduation sign. Now this would be perfect to be a centerpiece. You can glue a stick to it, put it in with some flowers, hang it up as a sign, whatever you want to do to celebrate that special graduate. So here is our file, and this one the year says 2023, but this applies to all years. The process is the same if you have a 2024, 2025, no matter what it is. The link to this file is in the description below the video. If you need help downloading it and uploading it into Cricut Design Space, I will also link videos that shows you how to do that. But if you know how to do that, perfect. Go ahead and bring your file into Cricut Design Space. And here we have three different layers. So we have the graduation cap. I'm going to go ahead and ungroup this so we can work with them. We have the graduation cap, and then we have two layers of the 2023 with the cap attached. So you can make these any color you want. The school colors are perfect. But now what we want to do is we want to add your grad's name to the front. So we simply do that by selecting text. And you'll want to select a script font here, one that connects. So all of your letters are connected, so when we cut it out of Cricut, it's just one big cut. So you have some options here. You can use some of the fonts in Cricut, which if I'm going to use a font in Cricut, one of the ones I like to use for connected script is this Nexa Rust script. So you can see it here. And I do it so it's all lowercase, so you don't have an issue with your uppercase letter not connecting at the beginning. But this is not my favorite font, to be honest with you. The Cricut script fonts, there are none that I'm over the moon about. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use a font that I have downloaded elsewhere and installed on my computer, and it shows up in Cricut Design Space. You can do that from DaFont. They have so many to choose from, and they're free as long as you're using it for personal use. Personally, I follow a couple font designers, and the one that I really like, I'm going to use, it's called Maple Sugar by KA Font Designs, and I will link that below in case you have interest in using the same exact font. But so I like this font. I think it works well and it looks cute. But again, it can be a script Cricut Design Space already installed font. And if you're saying, whoa, this sounds too complicated, what's a system font, how do I do this? It's super easy. It couldn't be easier. I have a video about how to do it. And I will link that video above and also below in the description, so you can see how simple and easy it is. And again, if you're using DaFont and it's for personal use, then it's totally free. So now that you have picked whichever font makes you happy, and you have written your graduate's name, and again, let's make sure it's all connected, what we want to do next is we want to come down here to combine, and we want to unite it. So unite is the new weld, except you can undo it, which is fabulous. So I always use unite. So, but if you see, we had those, let me undo this to show you. See right here where you can see where it looks like there are cuts? Well, there are. So if you wouldn't unite this, then your Cricut would cut through there and it would be in pieces. So any script font, you want to go ahead and unite it before you cut it. Okay, now that we have our font and we have it united, what we want to do next is we want to do a nice little offset to our name. And there's no right or wrong thickness here, but what I do want to make sure is it's thin enough that we can still make out the 2023 behind it. So I'm going to go with this 0.083, and I'm going to hit apply. And then I'm going to change my colors, and sometimes I find it's easier just to come over here and select them on the layers panel. You can select it right here as well, whichever way you want to do. And then I'm going to make my name the same color as my cat that's popping out. And my offset, I'm going to make the same as the offset to my 2023. So here we go. I'm going to make this just a little bit smaller. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. So now we are ready to make it. So select your Make It button. I'm going to make it on a mat. I'm going to use my Maker 3. And now you have 3 different mats because we're using 3 different colors. And so what you'll want to do is for your settings, if you are using cardstock, you'll want to use the just regular cardstock. You'll want to use the medium cardstock setting, and usually I put it on more pressure. So for example, on this one, I'm just using regular black 80-pound cardstock. So I'm using the medium cardstock 80 pounds, pressure more. Now for this one, I'm going to cut it out of glitter cardstock. So I'm going to use the glitter cardstock setting with pressure more. And then this one is glitter cardstock as well. So I'm going to do glitter cardstock with pressure more. Okay, now that we have all of our pieces cut out, we are going to want to assemble this. And if you're working with glitter cardstock, you'll need a good glue like this Barely Art. It will glue to glitter no problem. I'm going to use this, and I'm also going to use these square foam adhesive pieces. And that'll really make it pop. So let's start with the glue. I'm going to glue the name first. And then next I'm going to assemble this. So these foam adhesive dots don't always stick great to glitter, not much does, but if you take this Barely Art glue and put a little dot on the back of each foam piece, if you want that pop, then it's guaranteed to stick well. Also, you could just glue it if you don't want the little pop of the foam square, or you could use glue dots. So those are some of your options to get it to stick to glitter. And I actually have tiny little circle ones for my little tassel, but if you don't have that, you can always cut one of your foam squares. And then what you'll want to do here is you'll want to make sure you have it where you want to put it, so you're not putting foam squares on the back of something that's not touching cardstock. So I want to put it on my S, my R, my A, and my middle section of my H. And again, if your foam squares are too big, you can always just cut them. And here is your gorgeous personalized graduation decoration made especially for that special graduate.